everybody, welcome to chapter 2 of Comedy for Shut-ins. I'm going to be your bitch for about another 5 or 6 minutes. And I'd like to start with a direct question to other middle-aged men like me who are going through lockdown living alone. Right? And guys, the question is this. To get through these long days and nights of lockdown, do you find it useful to have sexual fantasies about Betsy DeVos? Like I do? Really sort of steamy, gnarly ones. My favorite one involves the education secretary and me and a kiddie pool full of lime jello. Yeah. I'm not going to apologize because I know what I like in women. I like my women rich and ignorant. And Betsy, she's a girl for me. Yeah. But it's lonely, this life under lockdown, isn't it? Right? I mean, I got my girl Laura Ingram here, right? But like a lot of people of her ilk, it's impossible to have an intelligent conversation with her, right? So before I used to go out and work, but now I don't. I'm always here. So yeah, there's no conversation, there's no human contact, there's no affection, right? So I'm thinking that the only thing lonelier than life under lockdown is marriage. I've tried to take up a couple of hobbies to kill all the downtime, and one of them is I cook big pots of food like lentils or navy beans and leave it on the stove for 5 or 6 days, and I have no intention whatsoever to eat it. Right? I just want to watch the mold change colors. Right? It goes from a gray to a puffy white to this really, really nice turquoise. Right? And I've always liked being around nature and being with other living creatures. Right? So I figure at the very least this way I've got millions and millions of new friends. I've got spores. Another thing I thought of doing is I'm getting later in life, right? And I thought I might write my memoirs, right? And I wanted to be an account of my journey in life towards selflessness, right? Towards oneness with my fellow human being, towards unity with my fellow human being, and sublimation of self, right? So I haven't written anything yet because I want to get the title down because I figure once I get the title, it's all just going to come gushing out, right? So the title is going to be this. Now, this is very nuanced, so pay attention, right? My son was lactose intolerant, and how it affected me, and me. It's going to be my book. It's going to be good. I took my first stab at online dating in the COVID era, right? And it didn't go very well. I sort of screwed up. I mean, the whole world of online dating is sort of new to me. I've only been doing it since January. And one of the things I noticed is that women, most of them used handles, like sort of cute names. Like they would call themselves Sugar Mama or Earth, Wind, and Fire. So I figured, well, I better come up with something too to try to get some hits, no? So I called myself Big Daddy Fixer-Upper. Because I know women, you like a fixer-upper, some of you, don't you? Like a challenge, a sort of a charity case, right? And you give us a makeover and then flip us like a house that used to be shitty, right? So anyway, I arranged a date with this woman, and I put on my good shirt, my best shirt, in my pre-pandemic Wednesday night bowling shirt, right? I sit down to talk to her, and I said, "Hey, hi, I'm really pleased to meet you, and thanks for doing this. And I'm taking it so seriously. I want you to know that I'm even wearing pants." So we get talking, but then I screwed up, right? I mean, I didn't talk about sex or money or anything inappropriate, right? But I screwed up. I did the one thing you can't do. And what happened is I had my coffee cup near the computer screen. I sort of leaned forward to get it. My face got closer to the screen, and I fucking sneezed. It's the one thing you can't do in the era of COVID-19. I sneezed, right? It was like a Hurricane Katrina sneeze. So I panicked, and I started like trying to clean up the computer screen and the lens and everything. And it just really grossed her out. And she says, "Listen, Big Daddy, why don't you just call me after the plague?" And I said, no, wait. I'm not infected. But even if I were, you're on that side of the internet, and I'm on this side. But she didn't go for it. So we said goodbye, and I sort of concluded that today, in the era of dating and interpersonal relations in COVID-19, as far as buzzkills go, sneezing is the new premature ejaculation. True story here. A couple weeks ago, I gave myself my first home COVID haircut. Right? I just used regular household scissors and just started hacking away on the sides and whatever. It looks more or less okay. On the back, not so much because, I mean, it's been like it's barren as Chernobyl there anyway for years. But I think it looks more or less okay. No? Well, last night, I tried to give myself my first COVID ear haircut. Right? And for this, I used little manicure scissors, right? And went at it, and there was significant blood loss on both sides, right? In fact, on this side, I had a little rivulet of red coming down, and I looked practically goth. True story. So anyway, I did what guys do. We take little pieces of Kleenex and try to staunch the bleeding. So I put it up there, and I looked like I was wearing cheap cotton earrings, and it was not a look that worked for me at all. I'm going to leave you with this. It's a bit blasphemous, but I'm going to do it anyway, because we're all doomed. And it is my impression of God looking down on us as the pandemic unfolds and speaking to us. And God says, well, a lot of you did pray to me to get rid of 45, Agent Orange, and you said you wanted it really badly. So what the fuck? That's it, everybody. It's been fun to be your bitch. Again, good night, and everybody stay safe.